Hey! Did you tell them to behave?
They always behave.
Of course you do.
Well, most times.
All right.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Are you sure?
No pressure.
Oh my God.
Good morning, First Lady, Mrs. Michelle Obama, Olympic medalist, Shawnee Davis, Hannah Kearney, Alana Nichols, Keith Calhoun, our Cluster 1 Instructional Superintendent, Ms. Adderley, special guests, my wonderful teachers, staff, parents, and last but certainly not least, my babies, my wonderful, wonderful students. I'd like to welcome all of our guests to the best kept secret in Ward 7 of Washington, D.C., River Terrace Elementary School, which is? That's right, the best elementary school in Washington, D.C. At this time, we're going to stand and do our affirmation. Please stand, hold hands. Are you ready?
Do we hold hands?
Yes, you can. And this is an affirmation, First Lady, that we do every Monday to get us ready for school.
Oh, no, you're in.
Standing in this room are the greatest, most committed, most responsible group of students this world has ever known. If it is to be, it's up to me. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Yes, we can. Yes, we will. I am. We are. Greatest. Let me hear that tiger roar. Very good.
Let's do that again.
Here at River Terrace Elementary School, we believe that all children deserve our best. Our focus is always on teaching and learning with the goal of 100% proficiency for every single student. We are dedicated to supporting our children so that they will excel academically and in life. An important part of reaching this goal is starting with a healthy body, which promotes a healthy mind. Thus, we focus on promoting better nutrition and increased physical activity. So how does this reflect in our daily routine? Well, we start with breakfast in the classroom to ensure that all students eat the most important meal of the day. We have our daily jam and minute during the reading block to boost our brain power. Our lunch menu has been altered to include fresh fruits and vegetables daily, as well as incorporate whole grains. During recess and after school, our students participate in the Stepping Tigers Club, walk and jog to accumulate miles for the Mighty Milers Club, play tennis, participate in dance and basketball. A healthy body plus a healthy mind ultimately boosts student achievement. We will be the first DC public school in Washington, D.C. to reach the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Healthy U.S. Schools Challenge. Boys and girls, today is a very special day for you and for all of us. You will remember today for the rest of your lives. Today is the day that you will hear directly from our beautiful First Lady, Mrs. Michelle Obama, and Olympic medalist about the importance of physical fitness, good nutrition, and how it can change your lives. Mrs. Obama loves children and cares about their health. She has made it her mission to promote healthy living, better nutrition, and increased physical activity as a means to improve life for children in the United States and abroad. And out of all the places in the world that she could be today, she chose to be here with you. At this time, I'd like to introduce athlete Alana Nichols, the first woman to win gold medals in the Summer and Winter Olympics.
Hello, Tigers! You guys are so beautiful.
Well, thank you guys so much for having us. My name is Elena Nichols, and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about my sport. I'm in a wheelchair, and so I compete in the Paralympic Games. And the Paralympic Games take place 2 weeks after the Olympic Games, and they're held in all the same venues as the Olympic Games. And what I do is I'm an alpine skier. So I sit on a ski just like this, and I have my feet out in front of me, and I have skis that go on my arms right here. And I go up the top of the chairlift. Has anybody ever seen skiing? Can I get a raise of hands? All right. Has anybody ever seen disabled skiing? Can I get a raise of hand? Anybody? All right. There's a couple of you. That's awesome. Well, what I do is I get on the chairlift, I get back off, and then when I'm on the snow, I can push myself with my outriggers. And what I do is I go around the gates as fast as I can. You know the red and blue ones? Everybody know the red and blue ones? All right, so I go as fast as I can around those gates. And what I did at this year's Paralympic Games is I won one of these. Does anybody know what that is? Yeah, thank you. This is my gold medal I won in the women's giant slalom. The giant slalom is a race that has a few gates, and you go around them as fast as you can. And there's 5 different events in the alpine division. So there are some events that have less gates, and you go farther and you go faster. Has anybody in here ever been skiing? Oh, good. That's awesome. So you guys know what it's like to get on top of a mountain. That's amazing. So thank you guys so much for having me today, and we're going to do some exercises later. Exercises are really important for me because I can't run, so I need to do as much as I can with my upper body so that I work as much as I can to burn the calories, right? I like to eat healthy, and I work out very often, so I hope we can do a little bit of that later. For now, I'm going to introduce Hannah Carney. She's the she won the very first gold medal for the United States in the Olympics, which means she got to let us all hear the national anthem for the very first time, and it was amazing. Hannah Carney.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You guys are great. That was the most energy I've ever felt in a room of this size during that affirmation, so I'm very impressed. If you guys can take that energy and put it into your moving around during the day, you are going to be some fit, healthy children. I am a mogul skier, which now that you guys have snowstorms in DC, maybe some of you will be mogul skiers too. You ski down the bumps and you go off a jump, you ski more bumps, go off one more jump, you do a backflip and some twists, and then you cross the finish line. And I won my event on the first day of the Olympics, so I got to bring home, now you guys have already seen a gold medal, so it's a little bit anticlimactic, but here's another one, and the first one from the 2010 Olympics. And it's really heavy. Maybe you guys can touch it later. I made the United States ski team when I was a 16-year-old sophomore in high school when I won Junior World Championships in Finland, over in Europe. That was my first time ever going to Europe. I qualified for my first Olympics when I was 19 years old, and they always say that you never have any regrets if you try your best. And I certainly tried my best at those Olympics, but I did not have the best results, and I finished a disappointing almost last place. But I learned from that experience, and I trained really hard for the next 4 years. I felt really motivated, and I used my body as my tool to get better at my sport. And lo and behold, 4 years later, my goal of winning came true. And the reason I've been really successful in my life is because I've surrounded myself with incredibly supportive people. So if you can be around people, your family and friends, choose who you spend time with, and people that support you in making the right decisions are the best people to be around. And those decisions include life decisions as to where you go to school. If you can go to a school that's this supportive, you're on the right track. If you can choose to drink a glass of water instead of a glass of soda, you're also on the right track. And the good news is, you're all really young, and so good habits start now. And every decision that you make is going to impact the rest of your life, so I encourage you to make what you know is the right one. You guys all seem like very intelligent children, so best of luck in the future, and thank you for having us. And passing the torch to Heath Calhoun, who is an Iraq War veteran and a Paralympic athlete who competed for the first time in the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. He's an alpine Paralympic skier.
Thank you, guys. So for me, I wasn't able to bring home a medal from the Paralympics this year. And what I'm saying is that this is my medal. I ski just like Elena skis. I take my legs off, I sit down in my monoski, and I ski down and race on the same courses that she races on. A little bit about me, I joined the Army in 1999, and you guys know that we deployed to Iraq in 2003 and have been fighting over there. I went over, and in November the 7th, 2003, I was in an explosion that took both of my legs. I came home back to the States, back here to Walter Reed here in DC, and I didn't really know what life was going to bring for me. I didn't know what I was going to do or what I was going to be able to do. And I have a son at home, and my son is 7 years old. And at the time, he was 1.5 years, and I was really, really worried that I wasn't going to be able to play with my son. I didn't know how I was going to be able to do that until I found sports. We're talking to you a lot about sports, and I just want you guys to understand the impact that it made on my life. It gave me back so much of my life. It helped me to heal, not just because I was getting stronger from working out and from participating in sports, but it also helped my mind as well, because I was able to enjoy sports and to be able to enjoy time with my family. So I've been able to run with my son now, and it also gave me the Paralympics. So I was able to go over to the Paralympics and ski in my first ever Paralympics. So I was very excited about that. And with all of this Paralympic and Olympic sports that we keep telling you guys about, also comes nutrition and exercise. It really is a big part of our life, and it's what gets us on top and gets these guys their gold medals. So I'd like to say thank you guys for having us here today, taking the time out to come and listen to us. And I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Shawnee Davis. He is a 2-time Olympian, and he's also the first African American to win a gold medal in a singles event.
Well, hey kids, how's it going? Are you guys good today? Are you guys excited? Yeah. Are you guys ready to have some fun? Yeah. Ooh, okay, well, let me explain to you how I started my career in speed skating. I started my career in speed skating when I was 6 years old. A lot of you guys, you know, I was probably your age when I decided to start speed skating. And I had a true passion for just going fast. And how I developed that passion was I was a roller skater. How many of you guys roller skate? That's a good number there. So roller skating expressed my passion for going fast, and then people recommended me to try speed skating. How many of you guys know speed skating? Okay. You guys do that? That's good. Okay. How many of you people know the movie The Incredibles? How many of you kids know Frozone? Yeah? You guys know Frozone? What if I told you kids today that Frozone was created after me from being a speed skater? Would you believe me? Okay. Are you sure? You believe me, right? Okay, just checking. And also, I'm very familiar with this area. How many of you guys know the Fort DuPont Ice Arena? Have you guys ever speed skated there or skated there? What if I told you that before I won my after I won my first gold medal and silver medal in 2006, I came to even before I won my gold medals, I was in the Fort DuPont Arena speed skating. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Wouldn't you say? That I actually been through, you're part of the neighborhood of DC, the beautiful capital of America, and I speed skated before I won. Let's see here. This medal here. Pretty cool, yeah? And this one here as well, but it's silver, but we'll say it's platinum for now. But I want to express to you that it was a level of commitment that I had to take at a very young age, which consisted of fitness. I had a lot of energy as a kid. I still do. I'm always up and down, running around all over the place. I needed fitness. My mother made me, when I was your age, she made me run 1 mile every day before school, before kindergarten, because she wanted me to be ready. And you make good habits when you're young, so. She wanted you to be sleepy. Yeah, I guess so. Sleepy it might have been. But she wanted me to have the endurance necessary for me to go out someday and hopefully have what I have now. So I had a big, strong background in fitness as well as nutrition. I was lucky. She didn't allow me a lot of the sugars and stuff like that. You know, I tried, but she knew everything I was doing, as she always does now. But it really starts at a young age. And if I can tell you guys one thing about longevity and living a healthy life through excellence, it will be, please start now, before you're like 22 or maybe 23. It's a lot easier now than it is when you're older. But that's my story and spiel for you guys, and I'm really excited to be here to show you guys my medal, and I'm also really excited to introduce you to First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama.
Well, this is pretty cool, don't you think? Yeah. I mean, right here in your school, in your multi-purpose room, you've got Olympians and Paralympians and reporters and teachers, and everybody's here because of you. Isn't that pretty nice? Yeah. But you know, one thing I want you all to know about these magnificent men and women that I'm standing up here is that, you know, if you heard in their story, each of them had to work hard and overcome something to get where they are. It wasn't easy. You know, with Hannah, she fell the first time out, as she said, finished almost last. Can you imagine, has anybody ever finished last in something and really felt like, I just am not good at this and I never want to do it again, right? Well, just imagine, what if Hannah had said that after her first efforts at the Olympics? She wouldn't be here today with a gold medal. But instead of feeling defeated by that, she just worked a little harder, and now she's a gold medalist. Elena was a skier before she lost the use of her legs, and lost the use of her legs while skiing, right? She had a bad accident and lost the use of her legs. Now, she could have just said, you know what, I'm just done, right? But instead, she not only kept doing her sport, but she got so strong that she can compete and win a medal. And Shawnee, you know, Shawnee didn't grow up in a neighborhood where anybody talked about speed skating, because we're both South Side Chicago, right, Shawnee? South Side. But we didn't grow up with speed skating. How do you even know about speed skating? You know, we had ice, but we didn't have speed skating. So there was nothing in his life's path that would have predicted that he could take up a sport that he didn't grow up watching, right? And then become the best in the world at it. The best in the world. And then Heath, as he told you, he is a true hero. He went off to war to fight for our country and lost his legs as a result. Now, as he said, he didn't win a gold medal in the Paralympic Games, but he's got the best medal in the room. And we have to be really proud of what these men and women have done. And the fact that they care so much about you all and your health that they wanted to take the time out to come here today to River Terrace. So let's give them all a big round of applause. But another one of the reasons we're here today is because I got to meet your principal, Principal Foster, a few months ago, actually, when we started talking about exercise and nutrition. We went to another school in the area, and she was there. We talked about planting a garden and improving our schools so that all of our kids were eating healthier and getting more exercise. And I was so impressed at the work that she had been doing here with you all, the innovation and the work that she's doing with all the other teachers and all the parents, that I wanted to make sure we came to see you all. I love kids, as your principal said, and I care a lot about kids. I've got 2 little girls of my own, and every day I am worrying about whether they're going to grow up healthy and happy and smart, and whether they're going to have a good life, right? And all of us grown-ups, we feel the same way about you. And one of the things I did, one of the very first things I did when I became First Lady and we moved into the White House, was that we planted this wonderful garden. I don't know if you guys have heard about our kitchen garden. Hopefully one day you'll come to the White House and visit it. But we worked with a bunch of kids in the area, and we saw how enthusiastic they became over the notion of planting their own fruits and vegetables and then eating it, right? And we sort of got this idea that maybe if these kids were excited about it and would change the way they eat because they were more involved and we were all working together, then maybe we could do it for every kid in the country. So we started this program, this campaign called Let's Move. And that's what the t-shirts that some of your classmates are wearing are about, and hopefully you all will get t-shirts. But Let's Move is a campaign to try to make sure that kids grow up eating healthy, getting enough exercise so that you all are strong enough to be Olympians or to go to college or do whatever you want in life. And our campaign is trying to get everybody to do a few things. We want your parents to have better information about the food you need. We want to make sure that your schools are serving healthier food. We want to make sure that you live in communities where your parents have access to really healthy foods that they can afford. And the last and most important thing is that we want you all to do what? What's the name of the campaign? Let's move. So we want you all to move, because as all of the Paralympic and Olympic athletes have said, is that eating right and moving your bodies is the beginning of everything for you all. Because if you're not healthy and you can't run and you can't move, what can you do, right? But you need good habits now, right? You need to know that you've got to eat vegetables, even though some vegetables don't taste good. You got to drink lots of water and not a whole lot of soda. You can't have snacks all of the time. They're good sometimes, but you can't eat them all the time. That's what Let's Move is all about. The whole country is working for you all so that you're learning different habits. Right? So one of the big things we're doing on the Let's Move part is that the president, you know this guy, the president of the United States? Yeah, well, he's going to be issuing some really cool awards for kids. And they're new awards. It's part of his fitness challenge. And what he wants to see you all do is commit to doing exercise every day, 5 days a week. And if you can do that and move your bodies for about 60 minutes or so, you're going to get an award. Maybe you get to come to the White House. And I hope that you all are all competing for this award, right? Because we're going to do stuff on the South Lawn. We're going to have fun all summer, all throughout the year. But we need you guys to move, and we're going to need you to get your parents to help you move too, right? You know how with the, what's your minute called? The jamming minute we're getting ready to do, right? The most fun is watching your teachers do it too. Isn't that fun? Watching them jam. We're all going to jam together. Well, we want you to get your parents helping you get these awards. Can you all promise me that? Yes. And I need you to promise me a few things, because we can't get this Let's Move campaign going without you all. We need you all. You all are at the center of everything. So we're going to need you to make some promises. Will you make some promises for me? Will you promise to try to eat as healthy as you can all the time? Yes. Will you promise me that you will eat fruits and vegetables every day? Yes. And that you'll try new foods, even if you don't like them, you'll try them? Yes. And that you won't eat as much sweets and chips? Will you not eat so many of them? Eat less of those? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's always a tough one. It's tough for us too. And will you all promise me that you'll make sure that when you're at home, that you turn off the TV every now and then and just move, right? Dance, jump rope. How many people have a dog, a pet? Run around with your dog? How many people can hula hoop? Do the hula hoop? How many people can shoot a basket? Shoot a basket. How many people can do a push-up? Try a push-up. How many people can do jumping jacks? Jumping jacks. So that means when you go home, right? After you finish your homework, before you turn on the TV, turn on the radio and move. Will you promise me that? Every day. Every day. Will you all promise? Yeah. All right. Well, then let's get moving. Let's do our jamming minute. Are we ready to go?
First Lady.
All right.
Mrs. Obama, in the back of the room, we have our nurse and we have our office staff.
What, you think we need a nurse?
Well,
What's going on with the jamming minute? That we need medical assistance.
She leads the jamming minute
All right.
every day. So
All right.
I will turn the floor over to her. We'll listen.
We're ready.
Boys and girls.
Ready?
Boys
We're ready
and
to
girls.
jam.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Boys and girls, what time is it? It's time for a jamming minute.
It's time for a jamming minute. It's time for Jammin' Minute.
Oh, there's a song.
It's time for Jammin', Jammin' Minute.
You got
When
a
I
theme
say
song.
jam, you say in, jam, jam,
In.
When I say jam, you say in, jam, jam.
In.
Boys and girls, today we're going to do
Way to
some
move,
California dreaming. So stand up.
All right.
Let's get ready to move. We're going to do each exercise for 30 seconds. First, we're going to march across the Golden Gate Bridge. Ready, set, go. Lift those legs up, boys and girls. There, you're doing a great job. Are you marching high? Lift those feet. Let's go. March, march, march. Excellent job, boys and girls. You're doing it. Great job. I see my preschoolers over there. Lift those legs, boys and girls.
Higher.
Okay. Now, we're going to surf on the Pacific Ocean. Let's get ready to surf the ocean.
We're going to the ocean.
Listen, boys and girls. Get on your surfboard.
Nurse,
Ready?
I don't think they can hear you. I think she said we're going to the Pacific Ocean.
Yes, we
We're
are.
going swimming.
All right.
Let's go.
Surfing. Okay. And swimming. Let's swim. All right. Lift those arms. Get those strokes in there.
Come on,
Excellent
Shawnee.
job,
Stroke
boys
it
and
out.
girls.
Stroke it out.
Do the
Stroke it
backstroke.
out. This is
Let
the
me see your
Pacific Ocean.
backstroke.
They're waves.
Very good,
They're
boys
waves.
and girls.
Oh, backstroke.
Okay.
Backstroke.
Very good. Now for our next activity, let's climb up a redwood tree.
Oh.
Raise your arms, lift your legs. Hold on, don't fall off. Are you getting tired? Oh, you can go. Reach the top of the tree, boys and girls. Reach high. Excellent job, boys and girls. Now, for our next activity, let's pretend you are an actor and wave to all of your fans. Wave to your fans. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Excellent job, boys and girls. And for our last activity, let's flex our muscles like Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor of California. Flex those muscles, boys and girls. Oh, I see some really hard ones out there. Excellent. Great job. You may be seated.
Thank you, Nurse Hall. Thank you, boys and girls. Let's give them a hand.
All right. So we're going to do some, are the kids going to do some?
So now, you guys, I loved all of those exercises. Those are fun, huh? Yeah. That was my favorite, across the bridge. So now what we're going to do is us Olympic and Paralympic athletes are going to run you through one of our favorite exercises. So Hannah's going to pick her favorite, Shawnee will pick his, Heath will pick his favorite, and I'll do mine, okay?
All right.
You guys ready? Yeah. Who do you guys want to start? Hannah!
I heard Hannah.
Wasn't clear. Yeah.
Well, I'm at the beginning of the line. Okay, my favorite exercise, well, I have lots of favorite exercises, but you're going to have to stand up. This is a test of your coordination.
Ready?
Uh-oh.
Let's, because you can move all you want, but if you don't have good balance, when you're moving, you might fall over. So let's try to balance on one foot. Okay.
Come on, Eve.
Okay. Oh, you guys are pretty good. If you fall over, just get back up. And if it's too easy, try closing your eyes. Okay, try the other foot. Try the other foot. Oh, you gotta focus. You gotta focus.
Really? That's how you go?
All right, pretty good. All right, you're gonna have to keep working on that one. Johnny.
Hello? Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my favorite exercise involves going around in circles because that's kind of what I do as a skater. So we're going to do some circle drills. How about that?
All right.
Are you guys ready? You follow me, okay? Turning.
This is another
Turning a little bit. A little faster.
Oh, we have to,
Oh.
I don't know about
A little faster. A little faster. A little faster. All right, stop. Stop. better stop. Good job, everybody. That was good.
By the end of it.
Exercises. One of my favorite. It's pretty simple. I don't think it's near as fun as spinning in circles, but it's one of my favorite, and it's called overhead arm clap. So everybody kind of turn sideways. Take one step to the side like that. Okay? Arms straight out, and we're just going to clap our hands. There you go. It does make a nice sound. Okay. That's one of my favorite. Thank you, guys.
Really.
To show us her favorite exercise.
Okay. All right. Oh, let's do skating. All right. So you have to step on this foot, touch your toe, 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 this foot, touch your toe, step on this foot, touch your toe, touch your toe, touch your toe. See, look, Shawnee's good at it.
Shawnee's kind of good at this one.
All right, that's enough. Whew.
Really hard. And the big idea is just to move. Can we all just wave ourselves off because we're really hot now? Oh,
Yeah.
Wave your friend off. Oh, really hot. Yay. Woo. Woo. That was a good workout, everyone. Give yourselves a hand.
You want to see if the kids have a question for the Olympians? Let's do that. I know that one. This is going to drive you all crazy. But let's see if the kids have any questions for the Olympians before we go. Sorry, off script. You guys are you guys up for taking some questions from the little people? All right, Principal Foster, you're in charge.
Okay, Samson Bell, please stand up, speak loud and proud, and ask the First Lady your question.
Or any of the Olympians.
Or any of the Olympians.
Mr. Shawnee Davis. You got that, Alan?
Well, that's a good question. When I first started speed skating, it was I had to start kind of from the ground up. I saw everyone around me, all the older skaters, so fast, and the only thing I wanted to do was try to be like them someday. So I had to work very hard the days that I had practice, which was on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then plus all those miles I ran before school. So got the endurance right, but it was very challenging. It didn't come as easy as it may seem now if you watch speed skating on TV. I've been skating for over 21 years of my life. I started at 6 years old, so it was a long time that it took a lot of dedication and hard work as well as a lot of focus to get to where I'm at now, but it was not easy, very difficult.
Stand up, sweetie.
Sweetheart, we have a microphone so everyone can hear.
Oh, there's a mic. Get the mic.
There you go.
Shawnee Davis, have you ever had a TV show on speed skating?
Yeah, Shawnee.
And when does it air?
Speed skating has a big audience in Europe, and I actually had some documentaries made on me a few years back and even before these Olympics, and actually I think 800,000 people watched it, so the answer of your question is kind of yes and kind of no, but maybe someday. You just got to ask for it, and maybe people will get the good idea and make that happen. Good job.
Watch it?
Yeah. Would you watch it if I had a speed skating TV show? Okay, that's good. Thank you.
What question? Christian Davis Gooding Jr., what's your question?
Michelle Obama, what do you think you would do to get everybody in the Let's Move program?
Okay, that's a good question. What would I do to get everybody involved in the Let's Move program? I'd do sort of what I'm doing now. I'd ask everybody to help because it's going to take everybody. It's going to take parents. It's going to take teachers and principals. It's going to take the people who make the food that you all eat to make it healthier. It's going to take all our athletes because it's not just the Paralympians and the Olympians here who are helping. These guys have committed to go help us spread the word, along with a lot of athletes from Major League Baseball and National Basketball League and folks who play professional soccer. But the most important people that we need are all of you all, because ultimately, as all the athletes said, these decisions are yours to make, right? I mean, you make the decision about what you eat and how you move, right? So ultimately, it's going to be up to all of you all to make good decisions that will help you for the rest of your lives. Okay?
That's why you're doing it. Okay, Karan Foster, no relation, just saying. Listen. Karan Foster, back here.
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me.
Alana Nichols, what did it feel like to ski without your legs?
Good question. As Michelle told you guys, I was a snowboarder before my accident. And when I lost my legs, what happened was I broke my back. And my back, the bones in my back went through my spinal cord, which is the way that your brain communicates with your legs. So when my bones went through that spinal cord, my brain couldn't tell my legs how to work anymore. And that's why I'm in a chair. And the first time I went skiing was really frustrating. I fell down every time I stood back up. I sat back up, rather. Fell down, and I struggled to get back up, and I fell down again. And I just kept wanting to get better. And every time I was doing it, I got just a little bit better. And so I thought, well, maybe if I just keep doing it, I'll get really good. And that's exactly what happened. So the first time I tried skiing, it wasn't very easy, but it got better. And eventually I was able to get really good, and then it was a lot of fun because I quit falling. And now I get to do what I love, and I get to go to the Paralympics and win medals sometimes. So whatever you want to do, just keep working at it, and you'll get better at it.
Amber Brown.
Michelle Obama, do you think you can get a TV show called Let's Move so people could move with you on TV?
Let me ask another. Do you think if you saw it on TV, you guys would do it more? Yeah. Well, there you go. TV show it is. Katie?
All right, Amber. All right. How's our time? Is the guy going to be okay?
How much more time? How are we doing on time? Okay, we got one more. Principal.
Okay, I don't want to ignore the kids on stage. Tiana, make it a good one.
Obama, what kind of sport are you engaged in?
Ooh, I love sports. I love sports. Okay, so right now I love to play tennis. I try to play it as much as I can. I work out every day, every single day. I run on the treadmill. I lift weights. The president loves basketball. And sometimes I play, but I don't know about basketball. And I like to ski. We did some skiing this year. I'm getting a little bit better, can do some green slopes and little blue slopes. Maybe next year. So I like all kinds of sports, but tennis is probably one of my favorite sports. All right, you guys. Thank you.
All righty, boys and girls, I think that our program is coming to an end. It's time for us to say goodbye to our wonderful athletes and to our First Lady. We want to thank you on behalf of the students and staff at River Terrace Elementary School and parents. I want to thank you for taking time out to come here. We love you. And as I told you before, the students have a gift for you. It's in the back. You'll get it. And I'll just give you a hint. It's something for the garden.
All right.
And we want to thank our athletes, and we welcome you to come back anytime to River Terrace Elementary School, which is? That's right, the best elementary school in Washington, D.C. And before you go, can we give them an appreciation cheer? How about a firecracker? On 3? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.